So, we reached 200 subscribers. Honestly, this is crazy, but because we've gotten so far, I decided to let you guys pick what I would do for my 200 subscriber video. So instead of making 200 cookies or doing something crazy like that, you guys wanted me to do a Q&A. And I did a Q&A a long time ago, so I am prepared. Let's get into it. A YouTube comment from Giga Apu asks, where are you from? I'm from the United States, and I'm in Florida, also known as the Sunshine State. Another YouTube comment from Jessica Fulton asks, what are your tips for Animal Crossing New Horizons players? Honestly, instead of giving some advice for making bells or going to islands and capturing bugs and fishing, my advice is just simply enjoy the game at your own pace. I've been playing this game since it came out, and honestly, I've started to get a little bit burnt out, but you don't have to play the game every day. You don't have to complete your museum. You don't have to capture every bug. You can just chill out. So remember, you can just chill out. A YouTube comment from my good friend Kita, go check her out on Twitch, I'll link it in the description, asks, who is your favorite villager? I have had a lot of villagers that I have gone through. I actually had a video where I ranked every villager on, if they're S tier, A tier, B tier, and so on. Yet I think one of the villagers that I rated in C tier is my favorite villager, and that villager is actually Olivia, the cat. I think that she's a snooty type, but I just love her design and her color scheme so much that I don't care. I would probably rate her higher now that she's been on my island for a little bit, so she's my favorite. A Discord message in my Discord from Frost asks, can you tell us an interesting story about you growing up? I did a lot of crazy stuff as a child, but one story comes to mind that is YouTube appropriate, so that's the one I'm choosing. When I was in elementary school, I was the kind of kid that always packed my lunch, but when we had those days where we had chicken nuggets or pizza or they had cake for holidays, I didn't bring my lunch to school and I would eat school lunch. So one day, I think we had chicken nuggets or pizza or something like that, so I was in the lunch line. Well, I didn't always wait in the lunch line, so my bathroom schedule did not align with me waiting in this lunch line to go get my chicken nuggies. So I had to pee. I had to pee real bad. And in elementary school, you don't just learn how to hold your pee. So I had to go. Of course, because I'm not stupid, I asked permission to go to the bathroom from the teacher who was standing next to us watching us in the lunch line. And she said no. And I said, well, I really have to go. And she told me no and walked away. In my little tiny elementary school brain, I had my first act of rebellion against an authority figure, and I walked right out of that lunch line across the hall to the bathroom, and I peed because I had to freaking pee. And I got back in that lunch line and I got in so much trouble. It was crazy for going to the bathroom. I told her I had to pee. I don't know why she didn't give me permission to go, because it was either I peed or I peed. So I thought the whole situation was crazy, and looking back on it as an adult, I wonder, why couldn't she just let me go pee? So that's probably the craziest YouTube appropriate story from when I was younger and growing up that I can say. So there you go. Another Discord message from my server, from my good friend Kita, asks, what is your guilty pleasure video game? This is a really tough choice. I've been playing a lot of cozy games. I play them on YouTube and I play them in my spare time. So don't be surprised when I don't tell you that my guilty pleasure video game is Dark Souls, because you guys know that's not me. My favorite, most guilty pleasure video game is probably Dead by Daylight, which now that I'm saying that kind of sounds like the realm of Dark Souls. It's not exactly a cozy game, which is probably why it's a guilty pleasure of mine. So there you go. I guess I'm not as cozy as I thought. A YouTube comment from Pyro Crossing, great name by the way, asks for tips for beginners on Nookazon. This is gonna seem like such a cop-out, but just make sure that you don't miss out on the opportunity of mystery grab bags. And I'm not talking about buying them, I'm talking about selling them. Take a bunch of garbage, and not actual garbage, I mean just take a bunch of items that are laying around in your storage that you don't use, tally up how much it would be to buy them normally, and then add a little bit for your time, add up how much it costs to wrap them all, and then sell them for a rounded up number and make bank. This is what I do. And I end up making so much profit, especially when people start buying them in bulk. Don't miss out on that opportunity, especially when you're beginning on Nookazon and you don't have any exclusive items. Don't miss out. It's a good opportunity and a good strategy. This is a YouTube comment from William Pratt, and I can't say that I get this a lot, but it was just so funny that I thought I had to include it. This commenter asks, "How are you today?" Isn't that so sweet? William, I am doing so great now that I have read this comment from months ago. That's so sweet. Thank you. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing good. And my last question for my Q&A is a YouTube comment from a longtime subscriber who is also a member of the Duck family. Go check out the Duck family. I will link that in the description as well. I don't know if it's XX_PandaGirl_XX, like I don't know if that's how you want me to say your name. I'm just gonna say Panda Girl. Panda Girl asks for tips on making Animal Crossing New Horizons videos. I don't know how long I've been making these things. I still don't know how to make these videos, so if you're there, then I'm there too. Usually for a video, I have to have an idea or it doesn't happen. So some beginning ideas, do some Nookazon. People freaking love Nookazon. Buy on Nookazon, sell on Nookazon. Do your museum if you haven't completed your museum. Do anything on your island. Time-lapse it. People love that, apparently. I don't know why. I like that. And if you don't have recording software to do things like that, do shorts. That's how I began. I only had the 30-second capture feature on my Nintendo Switch Lite, and I made these cute little shorts, and that's how I started to gain my following. So go check out my older videos and you'll see that there's a lot that you can do with some of those constraints and still get some videos out and get a following if that's what you're looking for. Thank you to everyone who has been on my YouTube channel in my comments, asking me questions, and for everybody who participated in the Q&A giveaway that gave me all these questions to make this video in the first place. And thank you to everyone in the Discord who asked me questions as well. This is all I've got for today, but feel free to ask me some more questions in the comments and I will answer those in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.